And the man accused of setting Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's home on fire in the middle of the night has reportedly been hospitalized now due to an unrelated medical episode. 38-year-old Cody Balmer turned himself in to authorities yesterday after admitting to breaking into the governor's mansion in Harrisburg and using Molotov cocktails to start a fire. Shapiro and his family were home at the time. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The governor addressed the incident yesterday.
If he was trying to terrorize our family, our friends, the Jewish community who joined us for a Passover Seder in that room last night, hear me on this. We celebrated our faith last night proudly, and in a few hours we will celebrate our second Seder of Passover again proudly. No one will deter me or my family or any Pennsylvanian from celebrating their faith openly and proudly.
Well, here to break down the case further, former Executive Assistant Director for Intelligence at the FBI and CEO of National Security Services company Bow Wave, Josh Skule. Josh, it is great to have you. You know, when you see these images, this is some really extensive damage. What are your thoughts on how this may have been carried out specifically, and also how all of this could have happened, as we know troopers were guarding this property?
Well, first, thank goodness that the governor and his family are okay. It's never okay to commit violence to try and achieve a goal in our country. And I think we're seeing far more of that today than we have before. And it really is a bipartisan issue that everybody needs to speak out against. I think the Pennsylvania State Police is a very professional organization, and they will get to the bottom of how and what gaps in security happened. As I understand it from the press conference and your reporting, that they were actively searching for somebody who breached the perimeter when this took place. And so they thankfully jumped into action and removed the governor and his family from harm.
You know, during his remarks that you heard there, the governor made references suggesting anti-Semitism may have played a role in this attack, based on the timing as well. How will law enforcement go about investigating that potential angle of this case?
Well, unfortunately, Kelly, we've seen a spike in anti-Semitism over the last several years, so it's not out of the realm that this might be one of the motives. We also know that the suspect was, as reported by his mother, was off his bipolar medication and likely may have had an episode related to that. So law enforcement, it'll be the Pennsylvania State Police in the lead with support from the FBI and likely the ATF, since there was arson there. They'll be going through his social media. They'll be talking to friends, family, coworkers, any associates, learning what he may have been posting online, what he may have been saying. We know that he said he hated the governor, but we don't know why.
You know, we're hearing Balmer turn himself in after his girlfriend alerted law enforcement. We're also learning he may have this bipolar diagnosis. How will all of this factor in as this case now heads to a courtroom?
Well, likely there'll be some sort of competency hearing of whether or not he was lucid when he did this. As reported earlier, he was off his medication. Undoubtedly, that law enforcement will have to piece together the timeline of events from when he created the Molotov cocktails, when he started his rants and his hatred for the governor, and what other factors went into that. All of that will go into the prosecution.
You know, we heard from the governor, you mentioned this, echoed the same sentiment, that we're seeing more and more attacks like this in the U.S. Why do you believe that is, based on your experience?
I think there's an element of our society that believes it's okay to remedy their griefs through violence. And I think our elected leaders really need to come together, both sides, Democrats and Republicans, and really talk about how that is not okay. And there needs to be a regular diatribe about that violence is not okay. We saw a similar attack. This person wanted to bludgeon their governor. We saw a similar attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband about 2.5 years ago. We've seen the attempted assassination of our current president. And when you hear from law enforcement, specifically those that, like the Capitol Police, are charged with keeping our elected leaders safe, there is a spike and a significant rise in the threats to both judges and our elected leaders, and that is not okay.
Yeah, certainly is not. Do you see changes coming as a result, security changes perhaps, on properties like these?
I think there will be a very rigorous review on what was breached, how it was breached, and what other gaps need to be remedied to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.